Okay, Speedgrader is a tool that you can use to grade your assignments and issue feedback to your students. This video will demonstrate how to use Speedgrader to provide feedback to your students on an assignment that uses a rubric and turnitin.com. So we'll first click on Assignments, and we will select the assignment. And from here, we will go to Speedgrader on the right. And notice this is a lot of information here. A few things I want you to notice. First is the assignment title is up here. You can always get back to your course by clicking this link here. There are some settings options for you here. If you click on settings, you can tell it to sort students by alphabetical order, the date they submitted, or submission status, etc. So those are some options. You can also set a mute or unmute assignment. Setting a mute or mute assignment makes it to where you are not getting notifications every time someone submits something. Additionally, you can go to the gradebook right here, and here you can also have some keyboard shortcuts. And then if you need any help while trying to grade someone's paper in Speedgrader, you can go here. The biggest tools that you will be using here in Speedgrader belong here on the right. If you look here at the very top, you have your students' names and stuff. So we only have one student in this course, and that is our test student. However, if we had more students, their names would all be listed here. And the orange represents a submission that is not graded. If it was green, that would mean that the submission has been graded. You would then click the arrow here to go on to the next student if there were more students, but we don't have more students. And you click that after you've graded the submission. Now, to grade the submission, once you have discovered what grade that you're giving your students, you put the grade here. You just put like an 89 or whatever, and then click off of it. And that would mark the submission now as graded. So if you click back up here, you'll see that it's now a green check mark. However, I'm going to take that grade out, and I want to show you a few more options. Notice here, if your student had multiple submissions, there would be a drop down right here. And you click the drop down, and you can see the submissions by date. Now, notice this red 91%. Which demonstrates that this paper is 91% plagiarized. If you click on it right here, and this is submitted to you by turnitin.com. So if you click on the 91%, it will take you to turnitin.com. You can click I agree and continue. And it takes you to the feedback studio, and it shows you pretty much everything that is plagiarized. And of course this is plagiarized because this is just a sample paper that I use like all the time to demonstrate this. So it takes you to the feedback studio where you can see what has been plagiarized. And if you click on any of the highlighted number stuff, it'll show you that this was submitted to Baylor University before. So, and if there was more than one plagiarized part, it would show you all of those parts. So, all right, so we'll go back to our tab where we were grading the paper, which is here. And you'll also notice that here we have a View Rubric button because I did attach a rubric to this assignment. We can click View Rubric, and it will show you the rubric and assist you with grading. And we can kind of widen this out, I think. Yep, there we go. It'll show you the rubric that you used, and it will help you in grading. So let's say, for instance, this paper, if we gave it only a 16, we just click the 16 and it populates over here on the right. So that 16 is populated on the right. And then let's say they got a 20 here, defining issues affecting contemporary public safety organizations, and that populates there. Sorry. And we can just kind of go all the way down and click here. And maybe here. And maybe here. And that populates for you. And you'll see the total points down here is now 60 out of 100. And once you determined your grade according to the rubric, now that it's a 60 out of 100, what you can do is you can go into the grade book now, and you should be able to add that grade, but it's not letting me see the grade box anymore, so I'm just going to refresh. Well, click save, and then it'll do it for you. There you go. So once you click save, it'll just kind of give you a summary view here, and then you can put the grade here. So you put 60. In addition to that, now you can add assignment comments down here at the bottom. Let's say you wanted to tell your students something overall, like, hey, overall, this was a great paper, but you have some punctuation problems. You can type your comments here. You can also add an attachment, a file attachment. Let's say if you want to record an audio MP3 and record your comments, you can upload that there, do a file attachment. Here you can turn on the speech recognition, or here's your options to do more media comments. So you can do that right in Canvas. So if you have a microphone turned on, you can just say record media. You can call it test student assignment 1 feedback, and then tell it to allow microphone. Hit OK, and it's connecting. And we don't want to do camera. It says no camera detected. So I don't really want to do a camera, so I'm going to take it off camera and just say microphone. It's probably not going to, okay, click anywhere to stop recording. So it is recording right now. So again, we can call it student assistance submission 1. And then we can click anywhere here to stop recording. Okay, click anywhere to stop recording. So it is recording right now. And then you can save it. And then there, that submission is there. In addition to adding the media recordings, like I said, you can actually also upload something you might already have. Select the audio file or video file here. Now, in addition to all of that, you have lots of options, and I'm gonna bring this back over because this is where you get to give really detailed commentary back to your students. So let's say we want to highlight some things in the paper and make some comments. So let's highlight this first sentence here by clicking the highlight button, selecting a color. We'll do kind of a yellow for cautionary, and then highlight this whole first sentence, or 2 sentences, and say, I don't know, this information is incorrect. Where is your source? And click enter, and that comment is saved. Your students can also see that comment. Now let's say you think that they should delete something. We can click off of that, click back to the arrow for selection, and then click our strike through annotation, and we're gonna strike through the first sentence of the second paragraph. Okay, and notice it has a strike through here, and then you can click the comment box and add more comments. All right, now let's say that there is a problem with maybe a whole section of the paper. Like maybe your student took too much out and they didn't cite it correctly. Over here, you have an area annotation, so you can kind of highlight an entire area. You can pick the color if it's red, or maybe let's say we're going to give them a good comment, so maybe we'll put it in green. So green is selected, and then we draw a box around the area that we're referring to. And here is another comment box. We can say great analysis and enter. And if you ever make a mistake, you can always just delete it by clicking here on the little delete button. In addition, if you just need to kind of point to something, you can click this point box right here. So we can click point annotation and put right here. Add a comma here, and we can make this green as well, or orange or brown. And as you see, I did so many now. It's ridiculous, but let's see, let's make this one brown and add a comma here. Finally, you have a free draw annotation. If you want to use that as well, you can click here and you can just kind of, or say this whole section here, or kind of just draw under some stuff if you need to. Or you can actually write in their paper. If you select text here, you can put a size here, and you can select a background or no background, and you can make your text purple, blue, green. I'm gonna make it purple. And let's say we wanted it here. This is not standard 1-inch margins. So, and those are all of the ways that you can provide feedback to your students. And again, once you put the grade here, as soon as you click off, that grade is posted. You can see it in the gradebook. We can go straight to gradebook here to see this assignment, and then there appears in the gradebook. The end.